Gen Z, nobody owes you success, nobody owes you opportunities, or nobody owes you anything. So අද අපි කතා කරන්න යන්නේ ඔයාලට ඒ ෆියුචර් එක කොහොමද හදාගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ කියලා. කවුරුත් ඔයාට ඒ ෆියුචර් එක හදලා දෙන්නේ නැත්නම් ඔයාම තමයි මේ ෆියුචර් එක හදාගන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් අද අපි ඒක ගැන තමයි කතා කරන්න යන්නේ. So welcome to Soundarya Effect. ඉතින් මේ විනාඩි 40 ස්ක්‍රෝල් කරන්න එපා. මොකද මේ විනාඩි 40 ඔයාගේ ජීවිතේ ඉස්සරහා අවුරුදු 40ම තීරණය කරනවා. අද මේ පොඩ්කාස්ට් එකට මේ ගැන කතා කරන්න මාත් එක්ක එකතු වෙලා ඉන්නවා founder of PWOM, Positive Word of Mouth. That is Heshan Rodrigo. So එයා මේ වෙනකොට already ගොඩක් young leaders ලත් එක්ක වැඩ කරනවා. ඒ විතරක් නෙමෙයි purpose driven leadership inspiring character එකක් තමයි අද මාත් එක්ක එකතු වෙලා ඉන්නේ. So Heshan, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much, Soundarya. It was I don't know, it was a good introduction, brilliant introduction. I'm flattered. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming, and it's a short notice, and I know you're very busy, but thank you so much for having me today. So, අපි වෙනදා කතා කරනවට වඩා මට හිතුණා ඔයාව පොඩි experimental situation එකකට දාන්න. So let's say you have some kids one day. So if they inherited no money, no connections, and no business, no properties, and the only inheritance that they get or you will leave behind is capabilities. What are the 5 capabilities you will deliberately give them, and why?
Soundarya, okay, this has already put me to test.
Okay.
Because I come from that background.
I know that.
My parents have worked hard to raise us, but we need not come with all the luxuries. Soundarya.
Yes.
But if we want to really make something, rather than we talk about 5 pointers, I have one main thing I want to talk about. I think that defines everything that you need to have. And that is none other than mindset.
Yes.
If you have the right mindset to push through, you can do anything. See, every time when you start something, you think of an end.
Yeah.
අපි හැමතිස්සෙම හිතනවානේ රයිට් මට සල්ලි තියෙනවා නම් මම මේවයි කෙනෙක් වෙයි. මම බිස්නස් එකක් කරනවා නම් මම මෙහෙම කෙනෙක්. මම entrepreneur කෙනෙක් වෙනවා මෙහෙම. මම CEO කෙනෙක් වෙනවා නම් මෙහෙම. මම executive කෙනෙක් විදිහට පටන් ගන්නකොට හිතනවා මම CEO කෙනෙක් වෙන්න මේ විදිහට කියලා.
Yeah.
This is the car that I'm going to drive, this is the life that I'm going to have, this is my family and all those things. That is there. But why do people give up or fail in the middle? That's the question.
Yeah.
Right? That's because they do not have a strong purpose. So strong purpose is always fueled by what? The mindset. So rather than we think about 5 capabilities can be harnessed as long as that you have a very strong mindset.
Yeah.
And if you harness on a mindset, I think that's given.
Yeah, of course. And ඒ කියපු දෙයින් මම ගත්ත එකම දේ තමයි money will get inherited but capabilities are engineered. Absolutely. So mindset කියන capability එක අපි ගාව තියෙනවා නම් එහෙම නැත්නම් emotional intelligence mindset can be varied, right? So මේ mindset එක resilient අපි කතා වුණා මේ podcast එක කතා කරන්න කලින් අන්න ඒ දේ අපිට තියනවා නම් you think Gen Z can win the world, right?
Absolutely, because currently what we see in the world is when I hire people or when I talk to people, when I talk to especially, see, I don't like to label these guys as Gen Zs or Gen Alphas or millennials. We're all human because after all, our situations define how we portray. But at the same time, currently we see a lot of people give up.
Yeah.
Easily give up. Giving up is something that you have from the beginning.
It's Lindy.
In the sense, you start project today, you can give up.
Yeah.
Right? You start this podcast series, you can give up.
Yeah.
Giving up is an option which is available from the beginning.
Yeah, true.
So we are so confined or we are so programmed in such a way that we pick the first option. The slightest thing goes wrong, what happens? Because world has spoken to us in the current day and age with technology, with social media and all those things. I run a social media business as well, right? But with all these things, what are we talking about? Convenience, instant gratification. How many likes do I get? How many heart reactions do I get? How many comments? How many shares do I get? How many views do I get? This is what we look for. So if we do not get it instantly, what happens? We give up. We think, no, it's not going to work.
And fear of being judged?
Absolutely. See, at the same time, why don't we have relationships right now? See, there was an era where, okay, my parents, if I take, right, my mother was in Sri Lanka, my father had to be abroad. So he had to send a letter which took about a few days to come here.
Oh, sweet.
So they had to trust each other
Yeah. So much.
so much. No quick phone calls.
Yeah.
Even if your son is sick, no quick phone calls that comes. But now if we do not have a reply just because we saw a blue tick on WhatsApp, we go like, hey, why is he not replying? We have become so instant.
Yeah.
So just like that, we have become so fast in giving up things. So what I always tell is, okay, let's harness the resilience. Let's harness the mindset. No, that is not going to govern us, not giving up.
Yeah.
But let's harness what is inside us. Because as humans, this is the rarest occurrence that the universe can ever have, being a human.
Yeah.
Being born as a human.
Yeah.
Then explore the potential. That's what I always want to talk about.
Yeah, I know that. That's the reason that I'm talking about this with you, Heshan. And if I may ask you, why mindset and why not money?
Soundarya, if you have a kitten and this kitten has climbed a tree, ගහ උඩටම ගිහිල්ලා මෙම් පූසා.
Yeah.
හරිද? දැන් අර වැනෙන අත්තක ඉන්නෙමු. ඔයාට මෙව පහළට ගන්න ඕනේ.
Yes.
දැන් ඔයා ගහ නගින්න ගියොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? ඔයාට එතනට රීච් කරන්න බෑ. ඔයා ළඟට යන්න යන පූසා සෞරියක් එහාට යනවා.
Yeah.
Right? So if you want to bring the kitten down,
And also මට ගස් නගින්න බෑ.
if you want to bring the kitten down, what you need to have is milk. And give it time.
A treat.
Let the kitten come. There's this saying, right? Don't chase the butterfly.
Yeah.
Create a garden.
Yeah.
You have butterflies.
Yeah.
So we always point outwardly. In the sense, we go behind money, we go behind respect, we go behind the car, we go behind the job, we go behind. So we are eternally in this rat race of chasing behind things.
Yeah.
Instead, how do you change these arrows? It's by creating value inside you.
Yes.
If you become a very valuable person, right, where that you add value to others, where that you communicate things, where that you bring a positive mindset, where that you bring a change in their lives, automatically money flows.
Yeah.
Money is the biggest commodity, even more than food.
People think money is scarce, but that's the most abundant thing in the world.
Because, Soundara, look here. One man might not be having a pack of lunch to eat, but he might be having $50 in his pocket.
Yeah.
$10 in his pocket. Money is available. Right? It's just that our mindset shift will get the money flow in.
Yeah, true.
Rather
Very
than we chasing behind it, if we try to change the arrows towards us, things change.
That's well said, Heshan. Actually, what I also learned through this journey and in my academic journey, money is abundant. Mindset, opportunities are scarce. So we have to change the way we think and change that paradigm in order to get the money. So money also a concept that human made.
Absolutely.
So that's a concept. So obviously, as a capability, you're giving them deliberately the mindset as a capability.
That's the only thing that you need to have.
Okay.
I've spoken to a few of the military leaders, right? So some of the Gen Zs that we are talking to might have not seen them, might have not seen the war, but it's okay, right? But if you go to their stories, there are people who don't have their limbs, but they still stand up.
Yeah.
They don't give up.
Yeah. That's a resilient.
That's resilience, right? So if you have the mindset, you can be anything and anyone. Yeah. See, the beauty of life is, Soundara, you can be anything and anyone.
Yeah.
Today I can decide to be anything I want. But the thing is, the dogma and the society has told us this is how you have to be.
Yeah.
It's like you testing a fish, its capability by its capacity to climb a tree.
Yeah.
But you can't put a monkey in water and expect the monkey to swim like a fish.
Yeah.
Right? If we really know what my calling is,
Yeah.
why am I here? Because you are a part to fulfill the bigger picture in this universe.
Yeah.
Just imagine, if you look at your thumbprint, a Soundarya with this thumbprint has never been born in this world and will never be born. Right? And for millions of years, this universe has been, and you are born in this world right now, in these times, for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? Very recently, I posted something on Instagram saying that if you're not dead, that means you're the answer to someone's prayer.
Yeah.
You're the answer to someone's chaos.
Or someone's why.
Absolutely. You are a reason for me. So then you figure out that reason and be that reason, and that will fulfill you. That will give you abundance. That will give you money. That will give you fame. That will give you whatever that you want to have. You just need to figure that out and have that mindset.
Do you have that? That's our question. And that's the moral of this story and this podcast. I want to bring out people chase money like it's scarce. But people need to understand in 2030 to 2035, money is not even a thing that we are looking for. It's all about capabilities. And it's all about the arbitrage that we make out of capabilities. So that's where I want to highlight in this podcast. And thank you so much for being with me today. So let's talk more about it. හෙෂාන් දැන් ඔයා කියපු දේවලුත් එක්ක මට හරිම ලස්සන දෙයක් අහන්න හිතුණා ඊට පස්සේ. So by 2035 මම 2035 ගැන කතා කරන්න කැමතියි because I don't want to be like very conventional. What are we teaching our youngers or like Gen Z or Gen Alpha today that will be completely irrelevant by 2035?
සෞන්දර්ය අපි ගත්තොතින් අපි හුඟක් තාමත් අපි ලංකාව ඇතුලේ ફોකස් කරනවා මොකද්ද බංගන්න ඩිග්‍රී එක මොකද්ද මට තියෙන ක්වොලිෆිකේෂන් එක
I love this
tags කොච්චරක් එනවද කොච්චරක් තියෙනවද so every time I meet a young person I ask them okay you have the degree so what can you do with it? You only can get a job.
Yes.
Or you can go and tell hey look here for 5 years I've done this and I've shown some discipline I have the capability, I have the capacity to be this. But the thing is, you can't go up in the ladder with that.
Yes.
You have to perform. You have to show results. You need to bring results. If you don't show results, the degree is not valid. So that's why we see there are hands-on people who are dominating the market right now, opposed to people who have a degree.
Yes. Because what I see right now is a degree or a certificate or a credibility is a commodity, isn't it?
Absolutely. So very recently, I had this conversation, and in that it came on. This is a new institute that is coming, and so on. When I was having this conversation with the CEO, so like abroad also there are PhD holders. You can find PhD holders like that, but people who have skills, who are practically, who can think, who can solve a problem.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I like.
What is entrepreneurship is solving a problem.
Yes.
What is a job? Is solving a problem. You're having a job because there's a problem to be solved. If there's no problems to be solved, you won't have a job. You're not needed then. Right? You are going every morning to a workplace or for a job or for a business, for a vocation to solve a problem. So have problem solving. So if your degree is not giving you the skill set to solve a problem, I think it's going to be invalid. It's going to be mundane. It's not going to be valid at all. So in 2035, if you're not solving problems, because now current era people are running behind AI.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask again.
AI is a tool.
Will AI change this?
See, AI is a tool. In different eras we have new tools, right?
Electricity, internet.
It's the mindset or it's the person's capability and capacity that you need to know how to use the tool. ඒක නිකන් මිටියක් වගේ. හරිද? දැන් මිටිය අරන් ගිහලා කැරට්ටලයක් කපන්න බෑනේ උඩ.
True.
හිතන්නකෝ මිටියෙන් ඔයා ගිහලා කැරට් කපන්න යනවා.
Yeah. It has a specific task that to perform, right?
මොන් වැඩක් නේ. ඉතින් අපි දැනගන්න ඕනේ මිටිය පාවිච්චි කරන්න. පොරවෙන් ගහක් කවන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි අප පොරව අපි කුස්සියට ගෙනියන්නේ නැහැ. අපි දැනගන්න ඕනේ අපිට තියෙන ටූල් සෙට් එක කොහොමද පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ? ටූල් සෙට් එක පාවිච්චි කරන්න we need to know the skills.
Yeah.
So what I would encourage a youngster who is coming out to really change the world, because they have amazing dreams.
Yeah.
If you want to change, get that skill set as well. Work on that skill set as well. While you are working on your degree or knowledge, your titles, work on your skill set as well.
Definitely. So don't get confused or don't misunderstand. We are not telling that degrees are invalid or
Absolutely.
degrees are not bad. Degrees are worth, but if you have the right skill set along with that, එකත් එක්ක ගියොත් තමයි 2035 දී අපිට දෙයක් කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ.
Absolutely. What you're saying is true, Saundara, because I'm not saying that theoretical knowledge is wrong or bad, right? We all grasp that. We all need it, right? We learn. But the thing is, as you very correctly said, needing to have that skill set to really use that makes a change.
Sometimes what really dangerous is, what I heard is, and what I learned, dangerous ma දේ ඇවිල්ලා degree එකක් තියෙන එක නෙමෙයි. Right degree එක wrong era එකේ තියෙන එක. That's the most dangerous thing right now. දැන් අපේ generation එකට වෙලා තියෙන්නේ they have all the right degrees but in the wrong era. Because this economy is not the knowledge economy anymore. Knowledge is free, knowledge is accessible because AI is there, LLMs are there, Google is there. Everyone can grab the knowledge. It's free. But what about capability? It's not abundant. ඒක rare.
Yeah.
එතකොට අපිට අර තියෙන දේවල් එක්ක අපි ස්පෙෂල් වෙන්නේ අපිට කොමඩිටයිස් දෙයක් එක්ක ස්පෙෂල් දෙයක්ත් තියෙනකොට. So I think that is what you are saying.
Absolutely. You're right there. Because I would call it the sharpen the saw. The degree will give you a saw.
Yeah.
But skill set will sharpen the saw.
So Gen Z, Gen Alpha, if you are looking this and if you are watching this, this is for you. And think twice, thrice or 10 times before you complete your degree. It's your responsibility to have a skill stack and also build a portfolio. So Future by ITA is always there for you to build your portfolio. We are not exam driven. We are not assignment driven. So this is all about you. So thank you so much, Heshan, for having this amazing answer. And let's move on to the another one. Okay, Heshan, third one. That is also putting you in a phenomena, right? So if someone wants to redesign themselves again, what should they stop believing?
සෞන්දර්ය අපි මනුස්සයෙක් කියලා ගත්තාම අපි පුරුදු ගුලියක්. We are a ball of beliefs and ball
I
of
love
habits. Right? Habits are formed because of the beliefs and the rules that we have. So there are two sets of beliefs that we have as a human. One is empowering beliefs. The other one is disempowering beliefs. Empowering
Okay.
beliefs are the beliefs that help us to move forward in life. And disempowering ones are which is dragging us back.
Yeah.
So how we have to go back and look at how these beliefs form. Beliefs form because of the experiences that we've had.
Yeah.
So experience come because of the actions that we have.
Yes.
And actions come because of what? Because of the emotions we have. Now just imagine. When I say something, Soundarya, to every word that I say, you give a meaning to it. With that meaning, you have a feeling about it.
Yes.
With that feeling, you trigger an emotion. And that emotion triggers an action. An action triggers a result. It's a chain, right? And results happening over and over again creates a belief. එතන තමයි සෞන්දර්යය ඇවිල්ලා අර පොඩි ළමෙක් ගිල පෑනක් තියනවා මේ ඇද වෙච්ච මේසෙක. මේක රෝල් වල වැටෙනවා. ආපෝ තිනවා. ආපෝ රෝල් වල වැටෙනවා. ආපෝ තිනවා. ආපෝ රෝල් වල වැටෙනවා. එතකොට තමයි ළමයා බලන්නේ ඇයි මේක වැටෙන්නේ? ඇයි අර ෆ්ලැට් මේසෙක තිබ්බම මේක වැටෙන්නේ නැත්තේ? ඇයි මේක තිබ්බම වැටෙන්නේ?
He learned by doing that.
Absolutely. The experiences that we get. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
the childhood, at the early childhood, we call it the sponge age. This is where that we absorb everything.
Yeah, true.
And not only that, even today, that's why a significant incident in life can create trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma and labels good at danopi. Those are experiences and those are beliefs and rules that we have. Blueprints kadla right?
Internal script එක.
Exactly. We change it. So now, if we are to look at what beliefs that we need to change, I think individually we need to look into our hearts. Individually, we need to look into our hearts and ask, what are the beliefs that is holding me from being what I want to be,
Yeah.
right? What is stopping me?
Well said.
That's a belief that is stopping us,
Yes.
right? So, good classic example is I could not speak in English when I finished A-levels.
Me too. Vouching for that. Yeah, desperately.
Exactly. මම ෆස්ට් ජොබ් එකට යද්දී සෞන්දර්ය මට myself එක කටපාඩම් කරගෙන ගිය මොකද කටපාඩම් කරගන්න ඕනේ. හැබැයි ඊට පස්සේ දැන් කියාගන්න බෑ. Right? So සිංහලෙන් තටමන තමයි මේක ගත්තේ. But I realize if I want to go to the place that I want to go, I cannot go without that English. So even today, my grammar is off at times. But I don't care. As
Yeah.
long as you understand what I say, and
Yeah.
that's not my mother language.
Yeah, true.
Right? Communication, it's not been perfect.
Yeah.
It's a process. It's been authentic. As long as I can communicate in a way that you understand, that's what matters.
Yeah. True,
Right?
true. Very true.
So then, but I'm not saying that you should be off in your grammar. Learn grammar. But this is my story. Right? So then I went and watched movies. I listened to radio. I started reading. This is where I got the habit of reading. Right? Then also I try to mimic just like these radio presenters and so on. Imitation, right? That gave me a lot of confidence. Little by little, that's how I improved in my English. So, හැබැයි මම හිතුවා නම් මට ඉංග්‍රීසි බෑ. මේක මට නෙමෙයි. මට මේක කරන්න බෑ කියලා. මම
බෑම
හිතනවා.
තමයි.
So, our brain is a machine, right? It produces what we feed it.
Yeah, true.
අපිට අඹ පැල කරලා ඔළුවේ පොල් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්න බෑ.
Exactly.
Right?
I love this.
So we need to plant or we need to feed it the right things. That's why I always believe your network is your net worth,
Yeah.
right? who you associate with. Average of 10 people that you associate with is you.
Yeah.
So then, whom am I associating with? Am I associating with people who are really taking me forward or not? Who are dragging me down? If someone is dragging you down, I think it's baggage. You need to let
Yeah.
go. You need to cut loose.
Yeah.
But if it's a person who's going to lift you up, take you up there, and giving you that, I call it juntu, right? To be who is supposed to be, you cling on to them.
Yeah, definitely.
And their influence, rubbing off their influence in you, will make you successful or get you to the place that you want to be.
Exactly, and well said. මෙතනදී අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන එකම දේ තමයි අපි හැමෝටම තියෙනවා අර අපි පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳලා අරගෙන එන පොඩි බැගේජ් එකක්. That's a must. මොකද ඒක අපේ වැරද්දකුත් නෙමෙයි සමහර වෙලාවට. Because of our family, sometimes what has happened around our family, යාළුවෝ නිසා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, ස්කූල් එකේ දේවල් නිසා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි හෙෂාන් කියනවා වගේ අපි කරන්න ඕනේ අපි දිහා බලලා මේ අපේ දියුණුවට බාධා වෙලා තියෙන අපේම අර beliefs ටික කඩන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම නැත්තම් we can't be or we won't be who we want to be.
We can't.
So internal script කියන දේ මාර වැදගත්. ඉතින් සාර්ථකත්වයට යනවා නම් successful වෙනවා නම් it's not all about strategies. It's not all about money. It's all about who you are, your capabilities, your internal script and everything. So you should work on that, and let's see how we can help you through this podcast. So let's move into the other one. Right. I have one more question in this.
Yeah.
Or two more.
Yeah.
What's the biggest lie about this, or the beliefs that society sold you? Or what's the biggest lie that education teaches you about beliefs?
See, I can answer both of them in one as well, Soundarya. Perspective.
Okay.
People have different perspectives, right? If you really look at, there are people financially poor. Their perspective of financials are very different. They are, as you very correctly said in the previous conversation, you said that they think money is cars. Right? That's why it's cars for them. But a person who has really built, they don't see money as cars.
Yeah, obviously.
They see it's an abundant thing.
Yeah, true.
Right? So it's a
That's
mindset.
your reality.
Exactly. It's a perspective or the perception that you have. So our parents maybe, our society maybe, our friends maybe, our relations maybe, comes and tell you, look here, success is this. You need to be this to become this.
True, very
පාට
true.
වාහනයක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ, ඔයාට මෙච්චර සල්ලි තියෙන්න ඕනේ, iPhone 17 Pro Max එකව පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ, then only you are accepted in the society.
Yeah, true.
No. You are built to be you. You don't fit in. You are your own unique way is what creates the aura, the beauty, attract things. But the moment you try to fit in, you get stressed out. Look at number of depressed kids. Look at number of people who have anxiety. They are damn scared about the future. But if you are living in yourself, this is me, and I'm working on myself, things change. So society comes and tells you, මේක තමයි තියෙන්නේ වාහනේ. Graduate කෙනෙක් වෙන්න ඕනේ, degree එක තියෙන්න ඕනේ.
Yeah.
හරිද? job එකක් කරන්න ඕනේ. මේක තමයි වෙන්න ඕනේ.
That has happened.
Yeah.
It's pathetically.
Exactly. But the thing is, that is not taking us anywhere. That is only locking. මම ඒක දකින්නේ සිංහව කූඩු කරා වගේට. කූඩු කරපු සිංහයට මොකද වෙන්නේ? කොච්චර කේසර තිබ්බත් the pride is there. But
Can't do it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
කැහැටු සිංහෙක්.
Yeah.
But the lion is raw.
Yeah.
Lion needs to power.
He has to
Bring
be
the
free.
powers. He needs to hunt, right? මම පොඩි කතාවක් කියන්න සෞන්දර්ය. ඔටුවෙකුයි ඔටුවගේ පැටියයි යනවා. හරිද zoo එකක ඉන්නේ. ඔට්ටු පැටිය අහනවා අම්මා මොකද්ද මේ උට මේ ගැටයක් වගේ එකක් තියෙන මිනිහ මොල්ටි මොකද්ද මේ?
Yeah.
දැන් ඔටුවා says ඔටු අම්මා says මේක ඇවිල්ලා වතුර ස්ටෝක් කරලා තියෙන අපේ කාන්තාරය යන්න පුළුවන් නේ නරකයි මේකයි කියලා කියනවා. අපේ මේ තියෙන ෆර් මොකටද තියෙන්නේ? මෙච්චර මේ මේක එහෙම තියෙන්නේ. අපේ ස්කින් එකයි මෙහෙම. අපිට කාන්තාරය යන්න මෙහෙමයි මේකයි තමයි ඕන වෙන්නේ. අපිට රැට සීතල වෙනවා. දවල්ට මෙහෙමයි. ඇයි අපි මෙහෙම උස කියලා අහනවා. නෑ අපිට කාන්තාරය නෝඩට සර්පය ඉන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම එක රීසන්ස් කියනවා. අන්තිමට ඔටු පුතා හැරිලා අහනවා එහෙනම් අපි ඒ සත්තුවත් ඉන්නේ. ඇයි අපි කාන්තාරේ නැත්තේ?
Oh my God.
You're built for something, but you are in a zoo, tamed and told how to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be that. Let yourself free. Go out there. Be who you are meant to be. When you do that, your life is fulfilled. You're peaceful. You're joy. Life is beautiful. Life is not to be stressed. But we make decisions based on other people's opinion and we say, life sucks.
Yeah, true.
No, life is not. Life is not that.
Yeah.
It's much more than that.
And exactly, මොකද ගොඩක් core countries දැන් ඇත්තටම කිව්වොත් ඉස්සර there are some countries, Gulf countries, they are so dominant on oil, but they are the core countries. But right now it's all about core countries, peripheral countries. ඒවා depend වෙන්නේ platforms හදන අය සහ platforms consume කරන අය මතනේ. So when it comes to the big countries like USA, ඒගොල්ලන් තමයි මේ platforms හදන්නේ and they make it the way they want.
Yeah.
And we are a country in a third world country developing. And what we all do is consume most of the time. ඒතර අපි එයාලා හොඳයි කියලා හිතන දේ සහ එයාලා අපිව believe කරන්න ඕන දේ තමයි අපි දැන් believe කරලා තියෙන්නේ. That's why Sri Lanka is always behind. So මට Gen Z ලට ඉගෙන ගන්න අයට Gen Alpha ලට දෙන්න ඕනේ මේ podcast එකෙන්. Especially the thing that you said right now අර ඔටුවගේ කතාව. අපි ඇත්තටම දැන් මේ ඉන්නේ zoo එකක. The other countries who are thriving, they wanted us to believe this.
Yeah.
So let's take bubble tea, and we took it. Now it's a bubble tea bubble. So අපි තේ බීපු જાතියක් මං කියන්නේ අපි වෙනස් වෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ කියලා we have to. But මම කියන්නේ there should be a limit that we have to see things right. එහෙම නැති වුණොත් අර අපිට වෙන්න ඕන දේ වෙන්න බෑ. health issues එන්න පුළුවන් ගොඩක්. health issues ආවට පස්සේ අපේ ලංකාවේ ඉන්න මිනිස්සුන්ට ඉස්සරහට ලංකාව ගෙනියන්න වැඩ කරන්න බෑ. As you correctly said before the podcast, health is the wealth.
Yeah.
So ඒ කියපු හැමදේමත් එක මම දකිනවා Gen Alpha ලා Gen Z ලා ගොඩක් trend පස්සේ යනවා. So මේ දේ වළක්වන්න ඕන නිසායි that's why I really asked what are the beliefs that we want to disbelieve in order to transform and redesign ourselves. I think we are spot on and I think our viewers, our audience will grab as much as they can from this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for asking that question actually, Sounda. Because this is where the core factor is.
Yeah.
We think everything is external. Life is you are to craft it.
Yeah.
And you don't have to rush to craft it as well. Because we try to craft it in a way where the world says it. No. Very recently there is this quote that came to me saying that what you have is enough for you to be you. What you have is not enough for you to be him.
Yeah. So good.
Right? You don't need to be someone. I always believe when you're born to this world, you come with a suitcase. For different seasons, you have the winter clothes, you have the summer clothes, you have your swimmers, you have your suits, everything is there. So when life opens that season in your life, you take that and you wear it. Don't try to find the ideal suit for you in other person's life. You can't find. Then you're lost.
Very true.
Final thing I want to say is just be you. You be you and you do you.
You be you and you do you. Heshan, තව ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. ඔයා හෙට නැගිටිනකොට you are suddenly becoming the architect of Sri Lanka's education system, right? And ඔයා මොනවද මුලින්ම වෙනස් කරන්නේ?
I want to bring practicality to this.
Okay.
I want to bring, of course, there are practicals and all those things.
Yeah.
I want to teach children. I want the society or the school system or the education system to teach the next generation the story of resilience, how to face failure.
Okay, I'll make you a little more simple. What would you delete?
Soundarya, I don't think that we need to delete anything, but we need to add something. Right? Because I think
I tried to be tricky.
Rather than we deleting something, Soundarya, I'd like to add this factor, add this spice of if we learn to know how to face failure, how to face defeat, we can win life. Leave aside about how you become successful in your career. Leave aside that. Exactly. Now, for you to get to where you are, for you to start, how many failures have you faced?
Numerous.
How many people would have told you, okay, වැඩ කරන්න Soundarya?
When I started talking, they said, "Hali kawurut tahanne." Do like makeup monahari sambandha deyak because I'm a girl and do get ready with me. But that I like it. I love it. But I'm not a person නෙමෙයි මම.
නෙමෙයි. Exactly.
I wanted to talk.
Exactly. You're defined to be someone. හරිද? එතකොට හැබැයි වැඩේ තියෙන Soundarya okay. ඔය පටන් ගත්තාම දැන් ඔය podcast එක පටන් ගන්නවා. ඔයාට එකපාරට පටන් ගත්ත ගමන් මිලියන් ගණක් views තියෙනවද?
No. Even now, no.
You might get. You might not. Right? See, but you should be able to persevere through that. What we lack in our education system is perseverance.
Persuasion.
See, at the moment, with this technology, with the social media and everything, opposed to the times that we had,
Yeah.
with this, we want instantly to become a millionaire, a billionaire, or rich person,
Never.
successful,
No.
fame, right? How many people try to become influencers out there and want to have millions of followers? But have they ever thought what's the impact that they make in a life?
Very true.
Have they ever thought how consistent I need to be? You know, virality? Virality is a fad. I call it a fad.
Yeah.
It is just like a soda bottle. Boom. Done.
There's a
Sample.
formula to virality.
That's it.
They have to understand that.
But I believe like consistently, if you work on something, if you have the muscle and the discipline to consistently work at it, even despite failure, that's what needs to be changed in the education system.
Yeah.
Bring discipline. Discipline කියන්නේ මේ කොණ්ඩලසන්ට පිරලා යන එක නෙමෙයි.
No.
හරිද? ඔයාගේ මයින්ඩ්සෙට් එක තියෙනවනේ මොන ප්‍රශ්නයාවක් නැහැ මම මේක කරනවා.
mood එකක් තිබ්බත් නැතත්
නේද?
you do it.
Yes. I myself has a experience for the last 4 months. සෞන්දර්ය ආපු ගමන් කිව්වා මම ඔයා කලින් හම්බෙනකොට
Yeah. You
Right.
lost weight.
I've lost 22 kilos by now, right? In the last 4 to 5 months.
4
Yes.
months.
Exactly. So now, how did that happen? It didn't happen because මට මේ workout කළා මෙහෙම වෙන. No. Mindset. There are days that I'm not feeling right to go to the gym. There are days that I don't want to diet. I just want to binge on chocolates, right? But I thought there's one thing no one else can do for me, and there's one thing money can buy that, and that's health.
Yeah.
That's that fitness,
Yeah.
right? So I wanted to consistently work at it. I wanted to actually train my brain, not train my body. David Gay statue එක, right? I exactly can't remember who did it. I don't know whether it's Michelangelo, right? But whoever who did it, he was once asked like, how did you see David? How did you කොහොමද මේ David or දකින්නේ මේ ගලකින් marble එකකින්? He says, I only took off the parts that does not belong to David. So David appeared.
Oh my God.
We don't have to craft ourselves. We just have to let go of things not of us. So then we have to be able to face through heartbreak, rejection, failure, so that we create a resilient nature. That is missing in the education system. And that's why we have high suicide rates. That's why we have high rates of giving up. That's why we have people just roaming around and saying that life is crap.
You know what, Teshan? Thank you so much for highlighting that. ඉතින් අපි ඒ හැමදේම මේ කැම්පස් එකේ ඉගෙන ගන්න Gen Z ලා Gen Alpha ලා ගොඩක් ඉන්නවා. එයාලට කියලා දෙනවා. එතකොට what they harvest is the capability. What we believe in our campus is education should produce capabilities, not the compliance. So as you correctly said, that's why I thanked you a lot, because අපි මුකුත් delete කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ ඔයා කිව්වා වගේ. We have to add all of these things.
Yeah, that's spot on. Because if you're doing that, that's amazing, because that's what is needed. If you really look at whoever who comes out of universities or school system or whatever, coming to get a job or wherever, that practicality, that resilient mindset, like never give up.
Yeah, because we produce passive graduates, not the next human.
Yeah,
We need to craft the next human for the 235.
absolutely.
කවුද අපේ පරිණාමවාදය ගැන කතා කරේ? Charles Darwin. So he was like අපි homo erectus ඉඳලා homo sapiens ලා වුණා. What I tell, we have to have a cognitive shift like that. But a evolution එක body එකෙන් physically වෙන දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. As you correctly said, it should be in our cognition. මේ mental evolution එක වුණේ නැත්තා. I call the next human is homo novus. That homo novus should have all of these capabilities. අපි අපේ graduates ලාට ඔක්කොම නම දාලා තියෙන්නේ homo novus කියලා.
Right, okay.
Because they collect 12 intelligences when they are graduating. So thank you so much for this.
Amazing.
I have another question for you.
Yeah.
By the way. So Heshan, phones upgrade දෙනවනේ. වාකිවේ 17 Pro Max. Now it's that no. එතකොට businesses already upgrade because now we are doing businesses in AI economy mostly or content economy. ගොඩක් දේවල් upgrade වෙනවනේ. Why we are not upgrading ourselves intentionally?
We are so trapped by this technology. We think it brings convenience.
Yeah.
Right? And we get trapped and we think that technology can do everything. But we forget the fact, this is my opinion, right? We forget the fact humans are the ones who have crafted it.
Yeah,
For the technology to serve us.
true.
For not us to be a slave to a technology. See how many of us have become slaves in this current day technology and the evolution or revolutions or whatever you call it that happens,
I understand.
right? We are coming into a victim mindset.
So AI will replaces us?
No way. No
Sorry,
way. This is
So AI replaces us?
no way. This is my opinion, right? Purely my opinion. AI is once again a tool. දැන් හොඳම උදාහරණයක් ගත්තොත් සෞන්දර්ය අපේ very recently I was listening to a TED talk. In the TED talk, the speaker puts it in a very nice way because I'm a storyteller, right?
Yeah.
My vocation is
Yeah,
storytelling.
I know that.
Right? So it says GPT can tell beautiful stories. It can create amazing stories.
But not true sometimes.
It cannot create heart-to-heart stories.
Yes.
The real change in a human happens. The real change in a relationship happens. The real spark happens when the conversations are from heart to heart.
Okay, then I will ask, what will be like uniquely human?
Being human. See, in an ever-evolving technological era, being human is the greatest opportunity that you have.
I'm with you.
That is so deep. That is not at the surface level.
Yeah.
Right? In the sense, I was listening to Gary Vee at a point. Right? Gary Vee is saying like, hey, guys, work on a business model where that you have an appointment model where that you book an appointment to walk. But we are coming to an era where individuals are going to be so lonely when they're old and they are looking for companionship. See, Soundarya, technology can change, but our biology don't change.
True.
Right? We are built for relationships. We are made to have connections. But we are living in an era where that marriage is becoming something, no, I don't want to have. Living together is okay. Commitment is not there. Right? I'm not against living together or anything like that. I'm not against of all these things. But, we put this tag called love. In a relationship, we put this tag called love. What is really love? For me, it's 3 components. Passion. You need to have passion.
We have to exchange values.
My second one is commitment. You need to be committed.
Yeah, obviously.
Respect and trust.
Of course.
Right? If you have these 3-4 components, you can call it love. So, if you take current day love, right? Love has become a feeling to us. Right? But if we really define love, what's in love? Define for me, there are 3 components. One is passion. You need to have passion
Yeah.
in a relationship. Right? Second is you need to have commitment. You need to be
Yeah.
committed in that. Right? Third is trust.
Of course.
See, the moment it becomes a feeling, see, love is something, love is a gift. Right? It is something to be given,
Yeah.
which is in you. It's not a transaction. We have made it a transaction. අපි ආල්දිනනේ එයා මට ඊතරම් ආදරේ නෑ මම කොච්චර කරත් එයා මෙච්චරනේ කරන්නේ කොච්චර කරත්
We are
මම
trying to measure it.
I give you something in return I expect.
Yeah. Reciprocity වෙන්න හදනවා.
So, love is something to be given and something to be received, not to be. You cannot get it. You cannot force it. Just like respect, you can't force it. You need to receive it. When you receive it, you also need to be able to accept it.
Yeah.
Hari? So we are losing that point now. Currently, we are losing that point.
Yeah.
So this is where we are moving into an era which we are so lonely.
We do.
Right? So, if I'm to look at it in a different perspective right now, I would want the world to or the new generation to look at it from a inside point of view. That how we craft things where that add value to other person.
I get you. That is where we are uniquely human.
Absolutely, we have to be human. We are losing that humanness in us with technology. Don't rather than being a victim of technology,
No.
let's use it. So AI will definitely replace you if you are afraid of it, if you become a victim of it. So we also in our work we use a lot of AI solutions and so all the latest ones and stuff. We want to try it and see what this gives. It brings a lot of convenience, but our imagination
Yeah.
needs to come. There are a lot of theories that people say, like it will overpower the human and all those things. It will bring convenience. Of course, it brings convenience. But I'm saying is, use it as a tool that serves you, but don't make yourself a slave in it.
A good one. So last but not least, 30 years from now, අවුරුදු 30ක් ඉස්සරහට, if you and me die, ඔයාට ඔයාව මතක තියෙන්න ඕන විදිය මොකද්ද මිනිස්සුන්ගේ මතකයේ? or නැත්නම් and ඔයාව මතක තියෙන්න ඕන නැති විදිය මොකද්ද?
සෞන්දර්යක අනිත් කට්ටිය මාව දකින විදිහ මට වෙනස් කරන්න බෑ. They look at me in their own perspective. Right, අපි ගත්තොත් ඉතින් අද වෙද්දී ගත්තොත් spiritual leaders ලා ගන්නකො. බුදුහාමුදුරුවෝගේ දන් ජේසුගේ දන් ඒ හැමෝම ගත්තොත් they are not popular characters no. They are also unpopular. But they are popular as well.
Yeah.
So we cannot change how people think. So I don't mind how people look at it in a way. But if I want to leave something behind in this world, so I always, time to time, I think, when I'm in my deathbed, if I turn back at life, what needs to be there for me to call, I have lived a fulfilling life.
Yeah.
That's how I figure out my purpose. In any of that context, money has not come in.
Really?
Because money is an enabler, right?
Yeah.
Money is not the goal.
Yeah.
Can you remember?
That's the result.
Yeah. You tell me, last year, can you remember a party that you went to?
Yeah.
Right. Can you remember the bill? Or do you remember the dance that you had?
Dance.
You don't remember how much you spent. It's not the money.
That's all about the experience.
So how do I want others to remember me? It's like a man who's resilient, who never gave up in life, and who left something behind in this world so that the world is a better place. That we think differently, we become different, and we become who we are meant to be.
That reminds me, legacy begins when your ego ends.
See, one classic example, Soundarya, I was dead scared to sit in front of these cameras and speak.
Me too.
But the thing is,
I was shivering.
see, why most of the people have camera fear is because they're very self-conscious. I was very self-conscious. Then one person told me, Heshan, it's not about you. It's all about what you give to them.
Yes.
It's all about them. Think from their end.
But they need to hear.
Absolutely. See, people may like our podcast, people may not like our podcast. Misu baninna puluwan, honda kiyanna puluwan, ona there. Right? But if our conversation is changing one life, that's more than enough.
Definitely. That's the whole purpose of this podcast as well.
That's where I think where that the change needs to come in. And that's what I want. Because, see, coming from a Christian background, right? So I look at it in a very spiritual perspective only.
I know.
So I look at it in a way where that we go behind a person who's in real need.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to empower.
By
Don't-
action.
Yeah, don't give fish to a man. Give a fish to when they're hungry, but also teach them how to fish.
Exactly. Thank you so much for adding this much of value to this episode, because I really wanted to give something meaningful. I call it thematic. I really wanted to give that to my audience. And Heshan, you added so much colors to this podcast episode today. And I'm so grateful, more than thank you. So thank you so much for watching this podcast. And I will ask you to comment, what do you think and what did you feel about this podcast episode? And if you have any comments, just leave it on the comment section. And if you need to contact Heshan, I will leave his email address as well. Thank you so much for watching. Let's meet in another interesting podcast episode next week. I'm Dr. Soundarya Yogeshwaran. Thank you so much for having us.